Hello, friends. Ever wondered how the story of the world ends? Not with a whimper, but with a cosmic showdown, a battle for the ages, and a brand new beginning. Welcome, adventurers, to the grand finale of the Bible, the book of Revelation. Now, as we wrap up the story of the Bible with Revelation, this time on You, Me, and the Word. Now, this isn't your typical bedtime story. Revelation can seem like a wild ride filled with strange creatures and epic disasters. But fear not, intrepid explorers. We're going to unpack this incredible book together, revealing its secrets and uncovering a message of ultimate hope and victory. Think of it as an ancient prophecy, not just predicting the future, but unveiling the truth about our world and God's plan. Our guide on this journey is John, a close follower of Jesus, writing way back around 95 AD. Back then, being a Christian wasn't easy. They faced serious trouble from the powerful Roman Empire. So John wrote this down in a way that his original audience would understand, using vivid symbols to encourage them that even in the darkest times, God was still in control. This isn't a secret code for predicting headlines. It's a powerful message about Jesus' triumph over everything that opposes God. Get ready for some incredible visions. Revelation kicks off with messages to 7 churches. Think of these as check-in points for believers throughout history, reminding us to stay strong in our faith. Then the scene explodes into the heavens. Imagine a throne room filled with unbelievable glory, where God himself sits in majesty. And right there with him is the Lamb who was sacrificed. That's Jesus. He's the only one worthy to unlock God's plan for everything. As the Lamb starts to open these seals, it's like a cosmic domino effect. We see dramatic events, powerful forces like war, famine, and death unleashed upon the earth. Then come the blasts of 7 trumpets, each one signaling more intense challenges and judgments. And finally, 7 bowls are poured out, representing God's ultimate response to evil. Now, here's a key thing to remember. These visions aren't always in a strict timeline. Sometimes they show us the same struggles from different angles, highlighting that these battles between good and evil have been happening throughout history. You'll encounter some unforgettable characters in these visions. There's a terrifying dragon, that's Satan himself. And then there are some strange and powerful beasts, representing worldly empires and systems that go against God. It's like a cosmic clash of heroes and villains, but with much bigger stakes. Remember, these aren't literal monsters. They're powerful symbols pointing to spiritual realities. Now let's address one of the most talked about parts of Revelation, the 1,000 years mentioned in chapter 20. Some think this is a literal future time when Jesus will rule the earth. That is a more recent innovation, but the way it's been interpreted since the time of the early church, and by many denominations now, we see this differently. We believe this 1,000 years is actually a symbolic way of describing the time we're in right now, the entire period between Jesus' first coming and his eventual return. Think about it. Since Jesus' death and resurrection, he's been reigning spiritually from heaven. And that powerful dragon, Satan, we believe he was bound. His power to completely deceive all the nations was limited through Jesus' victory on the cross. This doesn't mean Satan can't cause trouble, but his ultimate plan to stop the spread of the good news has been defeated. And what about the first resurrection in Revelation 20? Traditionally, this not as a physical resurrection before a future kingdom, but as the spiritual rebirth that happens when someone puts their faith in Jesus. It also refers to believers who die and go to be with Christ in heaven. So, instead of a future earthly kingdom, we look forward to Jesus' one final return, which will bring the resurrection of everyone, the final judgment, and the ultimate establishment of God's perfect kingdom. And what an ending it is. Revelation chapters 21 and 22 paint a breathtaking picture of a new heaven and a new earth. Imagine a world without sadness, without pain, without death. God will wipe away every tear. The New Jerusalem, God's perfect city, comes down from heaven, and God himself will live among his people. This is the ultimate victory, the complete fulfillment of God's promises. And the eternal hope for all who follow Jesus. So, there you have it. The book of Revelation, an epic tale of struggle, hope, and ultimate triumph. What a fitting climax of the love story of the Bible, where God completes the rescue of humanity, and we can all live together in a renewed creation. If this adventure through Revelation has sparked your curiosity and given you a new perspective, be sure to hit that like button. It helps others discover this incredible story. Want to explore more of the Bible's amazing stories and teachings? Click on the playlist for the rest of the Story of the Bible videos. Subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future explorations. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What part of Revelation did you find most surprising or intriguing? Share your comments down below. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Bible's grand finale. Until next time, keep questioning, keep seeking, and above all, keep exploring the incredible story of God's Word.